So we had a bit of a cutout of our live stream. So this is like part two. Part two. We were 3 hours and something into that last live stream
Happy
for our
New
New Year's
Year's.
Eve live stream. So happy New Year's to people in California and time zones like it that haven't reached New Year's Eve yet. And the east coast of the US has. And we reached ours about well, quite a few hours ago anyway, New Year's Eve. So it's 6 p.m. on 6:07 p.m. on Friday, the 1st of January 2021. This is where we are right now in Tasmania. So I've got to find the live stream so I can actually look at the comments. So let's see.
Yay, back again. We are. Yay.
So we're back again. And hi Ginny, hi Kim.
My computer crashed.
Dee Dee's computer crashed for some reason, I don't know why. And so anyway, what were we talking about just before that happened?
Well, we were talking about racist musicians and
Oh yeah, that's right.
transphobic musicians and,
Yeah, that's right.
and various things. We're talking about Morrison.
And we're hurtling through space again.
Well, this is the startup screen.
Hi Jan. It's 12 a.m. there now. So happy New Year's, Jan.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's in Alberta with all the snow.
Yes, I think it maybe it was New Year's, the moment of New Year's, the game crashed on the West Coast.
Maybe.
Anyway, this is the startup screen. We're not actually traveling through space here.
No, that's true. The startup.
And here we are. Here we are on this little
The startup screen.
Yay.
We managed to go for a walk this morning, which was nice. I've been very slack this last week.
This
Normally
looks
I
like
go for an hour and a half's
a
walk
purple dildo plant.
every day. What?
This
What?
plant I'm looking at here, if I was able to, I'd probably name it a purple dildo plant. But I'm not allowed to. Oh no, it's a mineral. It's a mineral, not a plant. Just the way it curves and so
Hey,
on.
Jeffrey.
The little bumps.
I wonder why that happened, Dee Dee.
I don't know. My computer's been having a bit of a problem lately.
Oh.
I think my computer is straining.
Do you think it's getting, like the the game is putting a lot of pressure on it or something?
No, I don't think so. I don't think this game is that intensive, you know. So it's a strawberry. Okay.
Is that a fungi?
What? Is what a fungi? This one? That's a plant. This one that's
No,
striped?
the little red one that snaps shut.
Oh, no, that's a berry. This is the kind of space wheat called haploid wheat, and these are some berries. They're a little like Chinese gooseberries. I kind of like this little planet. It's nice. I don't feel like living here, though.
Hey, Adam. Yes, there's something to be said about not looking into celebrities, singers and stuff that you like,
Lest
because
you find out too much about them.
usually celebrities, particularly if they've been around for a long time,
have
have been living in
problematic.
such a bubble, haven't they? That they're always promoting the Democratic Party, even though they don't have a clue, and they just kind of become, I don't know. It's just sort of weird.
It is.
I'm just trying to think, what celebrity do I sort of think has kind of stayed? Well, Buffy St. Marie, but she's not what you'd call a big celebrity, is she?
Well, I think she is, but that's
You
me.
you think she is, but what I'm saying
I love
is
Buffy.
she wouldn't be considered by...
No. Probably a
Um,
lot of people
A lot of people don't even know who she
would
is,
know who she is. Yeah.
which is too bad.
She's wonderful.
Who else kind of has stayed on course and hasn't become a complete tosser? Hey, Adam, you know what's really, really sad? Oh, Adam said, but
Kim
yeah,
says such a stunning intro screen. It is. It's a really stunning thing. And I'm glad Jeff
oh no,
likes the
Adam,
Violet Phalis.
John Waters isn't a Zionist. No, not at all. He's the opposite. Oh no, hang on,
Yeah.
John Waters. Are you the? Is it John?
Roger Waters.
Roger Waters, you mean?
Yeah.
Roger Waters isn't a Zionist. No, the opposite really. And Adam, yes. Oh no, he's really great with that. Adam said, but yeah, I would be interested to know if Susie's Israel song was pro-Zionist. Her lyrics were very cryptic, but I don't know. Morrissey's Israel song was 100% disgusting. Oh, jeez. And Adam said, no, I mean the guy who made Pink Flamingos. Oh, that guy. Oh, I don't know. You know who's sort of has become so sad over the years, in recent years, Adam? I won't talk too much about her. But Madonna has just kind of...
Oh, God.
She's just become so tragic. She's almost become like that woman in Sunset Boulevard, I'm ready for my close-up now. It's just terrible. I wish she'd just stop, stop, just go away or age gracefully, but it's just so sad.
She won't, though.
Adam said, F Madonna. Oh my God, I hate her. Oh yeah, the tragic Instagram photos went through this COVID thing have just been, I don't know, just sad.
Yeah. Well,
she's
been
sort of
tragic
almost
for
like
a while.
She's almost like one of those, what do you call them? Those warning stories about having too much fame and money. A cautionary tale of having too much money and fame. She's just sort of really lost it.
Yeah.
And and it makes me sad. Yeah, Sunset Boulevard is fantastic. Yeah, it's a bit of a horror movie. It's very clever, how it begins and stuff. Yeah. And I wonder what it must be like to be going out with someone that's almost a third of your age. And I know there's lots of male celebrities do this. Like Mick Jagger has a partner that's like 25 or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's sad.
yeah, I'm sure he's got heaps in common with her. And Madonna has got some partner that's like, I don't know, 28. And what it must be like to sort of think to yourself, well, I know it can't be because I'm, because we have that much in common. And I know it can't be because, like I'm still as gorgeous as I was when I was 29. I'm just talking stereotypically now. That sort of the measure of gorgeous and stuff. So, how do they tell themselves? I mean, they must just say to themselves, oh, well, that's the perks of having money.
Young flesh.
Well, that's the perks of having money and fame. I can go out with a 28-year-old dancer, and I'm 62. You know, I mean, I guess that must be what they tell themselves.
I like young flesh. Yeah, the age gaps aren't necessarily bad. I mean, but sometimes they get a bit ridiculous. You really do wonder what on earth.
Yeah, when you've got
in
2 or 3 generations between you, it starts to get a bit silly, doesn't it?
Well, it starts to be a bit creepy and sad
Yeah.
on both sides. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem, like, with people, like, even, I mean, I could even deal with, say, 25 years, like, I'm not talking about myself personally, but when it gets to, like, 50 and 60 years difference, it just, it starts to become a bit creepy. That's just my feelings about it.
particularly men who are like that much older than women, and then want to go and have children. What is that? Salt. You know? Having children, you know, like where you're 75 and you've just had a baby, and you're like, God, when they're 10, you're going to be 85, and if you're not dead, and it's sad.
Kim said 29 was the biggest gap. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, somebody was going out with Al Pacino. She was like, I can't remember how old she was, but she said, I think her biggest problem was he never bought her anything. But she said he just kind of couldn't keep up or something. I don't know. He just wasn't. She said it became a problem, but I think he just wasn't buying her stuff, and she didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of going out with somebody that old if they're not going to buy you stuff?
Oh, Dee Dee, that's terribly superficial of you.
I think that's where it's at with a lot of people.
What's that?
I think that's where it's at with a lot of people who go out with
sure.
somebody very much older.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not talking about a little older. I'm talking about
50,
really
60
older.
years, yeah. Yeah. When I was 25, I hooked up with a 50-year-old. Was amazing, but would never date them. Well, I went out briefly with somebody who was twice my age. I was 25 and they were 50. And she was a professor at, I wasn't my professor, but a professor of women's studies and stuff. It was only very brief. And she didn't take it seriously because of the age difference and stuff, and I didn't particularly either. But we remained good friends and stuff. That was good. Like, I personally didn't, I didn't have a problem with that. She might have thought I was a bit of a dimwit. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway.
Maybe. You never know. Maybe. You never know. I don't know.
Hey, she might have thought,
sad.
oh, well, her attractiveness outshines her dim-wittedness.
I don't think it's that young people are dim-witted.
No, I'm just talking about me, Dee Dee. I'm not saying,
well, you're
because
not
I didn't know.
So
what?
You're not dim-witted. So
well, I don't know how much I was back then. I didn't know much
but you're
about
intelligent.
But I didn't know much about women's studies or anything.
Sure.
And I'd only just come out, like come out in quotes. I'd only been out a couple of years, 3 years, no, 2, at that time. And so you don't know how you are. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how I was then. I don't know how I came across. Adam's laughing.
Oh.
um,
Its nutrient source is buried treasure.
what's that?
There's a plant down here. You get these different descriptions of things, and when you scan things, it's like this little guy here. Beta scented herbs, their age is constant, their gender is prime, their behavior, they're a slow grazer, their diet is absorb nutrients.
Jeffrey said apparently it was the ripped Levi's. Who are we talking about now? When I was 17, I got hit on by a 40-year-old with 2 kids. Freaked me the F out at the time. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of a little... Was that a woman or a man? Anyway, I've made the mistake of hitting the notifications bell on my Instagram. I really didn't really mean to do that. Now I'm getting all these silly notifications. So Adam said, in my opinion, I used to be more mature when I was younger. LMFAO. I was less knowledgeable about the world, but 2020 has made me into a complete babyish psycho on Twitter. I'm insane, but oh well. And Jeffrey said, the boss's female secretary. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to look up
There's a lot of
Susie and the
plants
Banshees in
here.
Israel.
There's a lot of plants here that the nutrient source seems to be buried treasure. Durable fruit.
Remember, Adam, when you know, when we were on Main Politics, when the the COVID initially broke out, and for 2 or 3 days I had to stop watching Robbie because Robbie was getting so freaked out. I mean, he admits that he was really freaked out then, but he was getting so freaked out he was making me really anxious. So I had to stop watching him for 2 or 3 days because I hadn't sort of got myself under control with my anxiety at the time, and I just it was bad. Anyhow, I don't know if you felt like that, but it was funny. But it's great that you can kind of get used to things and sort of like it. There was just a brief period there for about a week or so, and then I thought, no, if I keep getting upset and anxious like this is going to be disastrous because it's going to go on for months. Yeah, but do you remember? Poor Robbie, he was having a terrible time. He was getting more and more freaked out. And it was just like, I thought, oh no, I don't think I can watch this. Funny. Yeah, he's such a good person, Adam. Yeah, he really is. He's very sweet. Yeah. I love the way he's so into those games. I have to be honest and say I have no clue about most of those games, and I really don't have that much interest in them. But I love watching him talk about them because he's so into them, and it's so sweet because he's so into, you know, like looking into politics and looking into things that other people probably wouldn't have the time or couldn't stomach it. He looks into stuff and he's so good at that, at sort of research and everything, and then he just has this great love of those games, and I just find that very endearing. And I don't mean that to sound patronizing or anything, but I just find it really endearing. Yeah. Yes, Adam was saying yes, we were all distraught. It was so funny, and it was sort of anxiety provoking at the same time. I was thinking, oh my god. Yeah, anyway.
Oh, the boss's female secretary.
That sounds a
Is
bit...
that Typo? It was
No,
an intentional
I don't
typo.
think that's a typo. So let's see. And David says, I'm such a huge Robbie fan. Yeah, me too. I'm a huge Robbie fan. That he's great. I really have a sort of a great fondness for Robbie. And he's so bright. He's looking a bit like a hippie at the moment. It's funny. He went from sort of like clean shaven, and now he's looking like he's almost out of the 60s, isn't he, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
He grows a beard like nothing. It's just like boom, and there's the beard. That's the same with Jordan Chariton. Like, I bet you Jordan Chariton has to shave twice a day almost. It's like he grows a beard in like almost like a few days. And Robbie seems to be the same. 1 minute he's clean shaven, in a week or a week and a half he's almost got a full beard. So Adam, that's kind of what attracted me to Media Roots. Was there's a lot of geeky movie, video game stuff that I'm into. Oh, okay. You're glad, and Adam, you're glad his beard is back. Oh, I kind of liked him without the beard, but he looks nice with the beard too. Yeah. Either way.
I've got a caddy in front of my face again. These cats like coming
And Jeffrey
up on
says, I gave up on taming my facial hair too. I sort of was kind of trying to keep my hair longer for my mother, because I sort of we were going up to visit her, but then the COVID thing happened, and Dee Dee did it. Dee Dee did an okay haircut a couple of times, but the second time she said it looked really good, but I couldn't warm onto it, so I just sort of cut it all off, and that's fine. Now I don't have to go to the hairdressers, and
yes,
that's really good. Now it's all sort of short, and now people kind of just immediately know I'm a dyke.
Yeah.
It's just like before it was kind of a bit, sort of, my hair was a bit sort of, I don't know. But now it's like it's like
long in the front and short in back and sides.
What's that, Diddy?
You had a skater's cut for a while with a long sweep of hair.
Oh
in
yeah.
the front.
Yes, and it looked all right.
It looked
or
all
I should
right.
say queer, really. I'm more queer than anything, aren't I, Diddy?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway,
I
did you do
prefer
that
queer.
too,
It's
Adam?
just
You
more diverse.
Diverse what?
I just like queer because it just covers.
Yeah, it's more
diversity,
diverse. Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to classify so closely.
No, I don't like classifying myself at all, but you kind of get forced into it sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, you do, Adam? Oh, that's nice. Adam likes my short hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, it's really short today, and it's actually sort of red too. I've got red short hair, but I'm not sure about the red. Diddy likes it, but I don't know. I prefer a darker red. I'd prefer it if it was really dark, and that's what I think it was supposed to be. But it's more like a brighty red with a bit of orange in it, and that doesn't quite do it for me. So I'm thinking about bleaching it and getting it out. And
I've got to go feed some cats because they're
okay.
rubbing themselves across my face.
Yeah, so I wanted, and I don't know if I even used the dye that was supposed to be really dark red, but it was supposed to be really dark red, and that appealed to me, but this is a bit too bright for me, and I just not that into it, so I don't know. Anyway, you enjoy it, don't you, Didi?
It's kind of Annie Lennox Scarlet from that
Yeah,
period.
Annie Lennox kind of Scarlet sort of thing.
You'll have to do a video, a proper video.
Well, by the time I do that, I'll probably have bleached it out.
No, you have to do it while it's still in. That's what I'm saying.
I would like for it to be a kind of a rose pink, but that didn't work out.
Yeah.
I tried to make it a kind of rose gold. I meant to say
It was.
I
Just
tried to make
wussy.
it a rose gold, and it was wussy, and that's when I thought, okay, well I'll just make it red. But it's not really the red I want. But that's okay. And so anyway, I'll see what happens. Rania cherry hair. I don't know, Rania cherry hair. It's one of those vegan things. But yeah, one of them, I don't know. I mean, who buys that? Because it doesn't work, Dee Dee.
I don't know. It wasn't
The
very
vegan
good.
rose gold thing didn't really
Yeah.
work. And if you'd think if you put it on sort of bleached hair, it should work. Maybe I didn't do it properly. I don't know. Oh, Ranier is a variety of cherry. Oh, okay then. I think we've lost. Oh, David is there. Hi, David.
Hi, David.
Oh, that's right. You said that. Yeah, I
Back.
didn't. Robbie, being a Robbie fan. Yeah, we're all Robbie fans. Their Christmases must be funny. I think when they're all together. I wonder if Abby Martin will ever show us the photos of her baby once the baby is doesn't look like that anymore.
Doesn't look like a baby.
Yeah, it doesn't look like
I
a
always
baby.
thought it was
I'd love
funny,
to
you
see
know,
that.
Don't show the baby's face, but babies look like babies. I mean, they don't really have faces.
Yeah, they don't really have. Yeah, they don't. They all
Distinguished
kind of
faces.
look.
They look like babies.
They look similar. David says, "Hi, fireworks have
God.
started popping off here in the neighborhood. Nice.
Nice.
Kind of, except that dogs and cats hate them, but yeah, they're nice to look at. Let's see, Jeffrey, Robbie, YouTube, MVP with his sister. Yeah, really. And Adam said, by the way, let me know when you listen to the Israel song from Susie, because the lyricism, red and green reflects the scene, confuses me. Like, is she talking about Christmas or the Palestine flag? Yeah. I don't know, I still haven't looked that up. Hang on a second.
You didn't listen
With
to it.
orphan, it says here, with orphans in the snow with nowhere to call a home, start their singing, waiting through the summertime to thaw your hearts in wintertime. That's why they're singing, waiting for a sign to turn blood into wine. The sweet taste in my mouth turned bitter in its glass. Israel in Israel. Yeah, that's... Just looking at those lyrics, they're very sort of, lot of... Yeah, it's hard to actually work out what that's really about. I might actually have to look it up, like see if there's an interview about that. Red and green reflects the scene of a long forgotten dream. There were princes and there were kings. It could be supporting Palestinian rights, Adam. That sounds a little bit like that, doesn't it, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
That's back in 1980, so that's pretty Oh, really? Adam says, I've seen Susie wear swastika symbols and the Star of David, and I'm
That's very edgy.
like, girl, what are your beliefs? Wow, I've never seen her wear swastikas. Really? Jesus.
Her belief is punk.
Yeah, I saw her on a small stage in '94, and literally I was like right at the front because there wasn't that many people there, and Gia was good. Like, it's amazing how good musicians can, doesn't matter where they play. Like, I saw Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds there wasn't a whole lot of people there when they were playing at the Melbourne Music Show in the late it's 88 or 89, and but they had this sort of driving sound, and I'd never seen them before. And we were there. I was in a band at the time, and we were one of a few bands that was supporting them, and it was so great. I thought, wow, talk about powerful. So disappointed when when I found out he's so clueless. Yeah, it could be either one, Adam. She could be talking about the Nakba, about orphans in the snow, or the Jews after the Holocaust. The world will never know. True. And Jeffrey said a lot of 80s music was overlooked for its political commentary. Methinks Matt Johnson's Sweet Bird of Youth. Jeffrey, Wall of Voodoo's Far Side of Crazy, Stan Ridgway. And David said he's dead now, so clueless as fuck. Who's dead now? Which one is it? Stan Ridgway, is it? Do I have any links to my music? Oh, you probably wouldn't like it, Adam. I'm not even sure I like it. I would have done something different if I'd been... if I'd had it more together. I probably would have done stuff that's kind of like Laurie Anderson meets Kate Bush or something, and something else, like a sort of I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I would, and The Cure, there was sort of like, there was all these different things I liked, and I would have liked to have done experimental stuff. So yeah. If I find something I think I can share that's not too embarrassing, I was in this documentary about Brisbane bands, and but that song they snipped out of there, which I only found out through somebody else, isn't something that I wrote, and I'm not that crazy about it. Because I'm a snob. Anyway,
Are you?
I wrote most of my own. I wrote most of the... Well, I wrote all the lyrics, and I used to put the band used to do like a jam, and then I'd take it away and kind of edit it together, the bits that I thought were the best, and then I'd put a melody and lyrics over it, and then I'd present it back to them and they'd learn it, and that seemed to work out very well. We supported Shriekback, Jeffrey, at the Byron Music Festival. Shriekbacks all lined up, and sorry, they played that, of course. Let's see. My spine is a bass line. Jeffrey Matt Johnson's the has aged very well. Oh yeah. I'm so out of touch with music now. It's funny, once I left the band I think I'd overdosed on too much stuff, and I kind of just cut off from a lot of stuff. Off from a lot of music. Hunters and collectors used to like us supporting them. We supported them about 3 times. And we supported the Go-Betweens once or twice. The Saints, yeah. What's your favorite band, Adam? I like a lot of the 2010 alt music, like The Kills and Squirrel Nut Zippers. It's terrible I don't know of those, but I'll have to look them up now. I'm sorry, I probably seem like a real... What is it when you don't know much about popular culture, Dee?
I don't know.
What do you call that? Is there a name for that?
No. A recluse?
Squirrel Nut Zippers.
Oh, God. Come on. Oh, no. Come on.
Oh, I can't listen to it because I've got my headphones plugged into the into your computer, Didi.
Oh, yeah.
But here's one called Hell. Are the Squirrel Nut Zippers still around? Early Dead Kennedys. Yeah, I like the Dead Kennedys. You can never pick a favorite band, Adam. Oh. Huh. So, how does... I'm really ignorant to this, but how does Spotify work? Like, do they pay artists a certain royalty every time they play their song, or how does it work? Severed Heads, yeah, I remember Severed Heads. They're really old bands, Adam. That's why you don't know them. Most of them were playing before you were born, I think. That doesn't mean you wouldn't know them because of that, but they're all Australian ones, most of them. Adam, I'm not sure. I just remember liking what I heard back when they were popular. Oh, hello, Fractal folks. So Fractal folks like The Flowers. The Flowers. I don't know that band. I'm terribly sorry. I really am completely out of touch. Like, I'll hear about people. This is Triple J. Triple J, The Flowers. Okay. It's a Scottish band. Is that it? We're a post-punk band from Scotland. Formed in 1978. Oh. So what were your favourite songs from The Flowers? Fractal folks. Oh, I know Ice House. Yeah. They were good. I enjoyed them. Oh, hello. Hello, Terra Toddler. Lovely to see you. So you're just passing through. Anyway, it's lovely to see you.
Yes.
We were just talking about some music. Fractal folks said, no, it's an old Sydney band later called Ice House, Ivor Davies. Oh, I see. The Flowers, that's right. The Flowers, yeah. What have you been doing today? And Happy New Year, Terra Toddler. Happy New Year. Okay, I was trying to think of a good New Year's song to listen to. Yeah. And Terra Toddler says, thank you, same to you, Guy, and everyone in chat. And Terra Toddler, we were just reminiscing about when COVID first started and we were on Robbie's live stream, and Robbie in the first week or so he was getting really freaked out about COVID, and I had to take 2 or 3 days off because I was getting freaked. I was already anxious, and then I was watching him, and he was so anxious it was making me anxious, and I was just laughing about it with Adam because it was really funny and it was very sweet. I love Robbie, and it was just sort of just really funny though that first 2 weeks when you could see him getting more and more anxious. Yeah, thank goodness it's not like that now. But I mean, it's thank goodness that your psychological state kind of gets used to things. Hey, Dee Dee. Thank goodness your psychological state. Dee Dee's not even listening to me.
Yes.
that's how interesting.
I was listening.
Your psychological state gets used to things. And thank goodness. Yeah. So what did you get up to today, Terra Toddler? Well, and Terra Toddler says, well, when you spend, he said, yeah, poor Robbie, well, when you spend your time covering deep politics and the horrors that come with it, I can understand. Yes, totally, yeah. It was pretty scary though, even if you went into that. There was that, because I had no idea what that really meant, like a pandemic, what that was going to mean for people.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how long it was going to go on for. And also, you sort of start to think, oh my God, it's really contagious and you don't know who's got it, and it seems like it's really deadly because, you'd see all these people dropping dead. I remember Jason Unruh, he has a channel, and he put out this most alarming video just before it really became a thing. And he said, that people are dropping dead in China. They're walking down the street and falling down. And he was showing these videos of people just dropping dead in the street in China. I don't know, it was, and I was thinking, oh, calm down, Jason. And then the next thing, it all became a thing, and it was everywhere. And, the actual talking about COVID, but like his video was so alarming, wasn't it, Didi?
Yeah. It was alarmist. It wasn't just alarming.
Yes, it was alarmist. Yeah, I was thinking, okay, well, there's probably something like that, but is it really, is that really happening where people are walking down the street and just dropping dead? But anyway, that didn't help to see that and sort of think, is that true? Is it that deadly that you can just be kind of standing there and then you just fall down? So it was, that was kind of crazy. Oh, wow. So so Terra Toddler said, okay, I just cleaned today, fresh start. Now, YouTube decided to hide that.
Yes.
Why would they hide that when it's just got a broom? Okay, I cleaned today, and then there's a picture of a broom, and then fresh start. Like, what the hell is that?
Because you might be a witch.
Oh yeah, and Adam said, I love Depeche Mode. Yeah, I enjoyed Depeche Mode. Do you remember that, there's been many memes of that guy from, what's it called? The Seagulls, and he had that crazy hair. I mean, that hair was crazy even then. I remember when that song came out, and I thought, no, that's a bad hair. Even for a new wave thing, that's a bad haircut.
Yeah.
That's a bad look. I knew he was going to get in trouble later on for that. Because it wasn't good at the time. You know the one I'm talking about, Diddy? You probably don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't know that person, really.
Oh, okay. Terra Toddler's sending me a song in the DMs. Are you talking about DMs on Twitter? And
I mean, my knowledge of bands and so on sort of died out after the 60s, really.
Yeah, Didi's even worse than me.
I was traveling.
There was a group called what were they called? They were a Japanese duo. Some silly name like Chickens. Frank Chickens, that's it. Frank Chickens. And they used to do some really interesting stuff, and we actually supported them as a band a couple of times, but they were really, really interesting. There was this song called Japanese Girl, which was the lyrics went, I'm a Japanese girl, what is it? I'm guilty, I'm innocent, Japanese girl. It was kind of like just addressing the sort of the sort of expectations of Japanese women and stuff. Anyway, they came over a couple of times and did. I wonder if they're still around, the Frank Chickens. Fractal folks said, yeah, the Flock of Seagulls, the guy with the hair. Yeah, that hair was something else. There was another group too. What were they called? They did that Hold Me Now song. Me Now. And they were from the 80s. Hold Me Now. Thompson Twins. Yeah, the Thompson Twins, they were kind of good. And these are all sort of like around that punk kind of time. And I should look up the Frank Chickens though and see. Frank Chickens, see if they're still around. See if I can even find that Japanese girl song, because that was kind of good. Yeah. I know it's been a long time since I've heard it though. You know how sometimes you think something's good and you go back and listen to it and you think, Jesus,
Why did I think that was good?
why did I think that was good?
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the Frank Chickens Japanese Girl from, I'd say that would probably be back in, what year was that? 84, something like that, 1984. I won't be able to listen to it. Anyhow, I don't know if this is... But you know who I used to like? I saw The Cure a couple of times. I really like them. But I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Laurie Anderson. She ended up marrying Lou Reed, but she... this one... Oh, Superman... And like all her songs, like from her first 2 albums, are quite interesting. And this is like from 1979, I think. Laurie Anderson. She's still doing stuff. And I think this could even be about imperialism. I don't know. Anyway, but she's interesting. So in answer to your question, Adam, that's the kind of music I would have liked to have done, was sort of that, plus the Cocteau Twins type stuff, plus
Yes.
Kate Bush,
Cocteau
all kind
Twins.
of rolled into one. The Cocteau Twins
I
were
love
really
the Cocteau
interesting.
Twins. I'm a fan.
I think that's how you spell it.
What?
The Cocteau Twins. Is that how you spell it?
C-O-U.
Maybe it doesn't have a K in
Yeah,
it.
that looks right.
Oh, no, here's how you spell it, sorry.
Yeah.
And I used to enjoy Everything But the Girl. Everything But the Girl was kind of fun. Everything But the Girl. The earlier ones of Everything But the Girl were... yeah, and The Cure. I really liked The Cure a lot, the early Cure. Oh yeah, David. With the Philharmonic in January. Yeah, she did something recently, didn't she? I saw her, David, in Vienna in 1983 in the Viennese Concert House, and it was one of the best things I've ever seen. It was really great. Although since I've kind of seemed to not know much about modern music, I can't really say that anymore. You know, Dee?
Yeah.
Like, I can't say that's the best thing I've ever seen because I haven't got much
You don't have, you haven't
knowledge.
seen anything now.
I haven't seen. Laurie Anderson and Christian McBride with special guest Ruben Codelli. Oh, and something I really enjoyed seeing was, oh, crap. Who was the guy that we saw in Tasmania, Didi?
Eric Bibb.
Eric Bibb, yeah, Eric Bibb. He's really good to see live. I saw him in Santa Rosa in California, many years ago, like about 20-something years ago. And then we saw him in Tasmania here, and he just is so
Near
great.
Launceston, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's her name with the cello?
Oh, yeah. Joe Quayle.
Joe Quayle.
Joe
Joe
Quayle.
Quayle is fun.
Quayle. So, Nick Kershaw, the first 3 albums. Ah, okay. I'll have to look these ones up. And Jeffrey said Stephen Malander, Cabaret Voltaire. I think I know that one, yeah. Close friends with the Cocteaus. And Fractal Folks said Unitopia's cover of Corgis. Everybody gotta learn sometime. Ah. Okay. And who else was there? And here's something that's just totally different. Boys of the Lock. They're good too. Boys of the Lock. I love Celtic music, hey. Boys of the Lock. L-O-U. It's be L-O-U-G-H, wouldn't it, Diddy? No, L-O-C-H. That's it. Boys of the Lock. Jesus and the Mary Chain. Yep.
Yeah.
Ivy. Let's see. Thomas Dolby. Yeah. Wow. Scripting Politti. Scritti Politti. Oh, yeah. The Associates. So, have you seen, David, have you seen that Laurie Anderson thing with the Philharmonic in January? Did you see that? Oh, and I really like this one too, Let X Equal X by Laurie Anderson. Let X equal X. XTC. Oh yeah, that 10cc song, I'm Not in Love. That was a great one. Wow. Have you heard that one, Adam? I'm Not in Love by 10cc. Let's see. Oh, Diva, yeah, that was funny. Yeah. So David says, I subscribe to the new music series at LA Philharmonic, but that show was not part of it and was sold out super quick, so I missed it. Oh. She's very talented. Oh, okay. Check it out, because maybe you might like it. I don't know. Or maybe you mightn't. I've just put a link to it, and it was sort of the reason it was so interesting is because they hadn't done this. They kind of layered the track with lots and lots of vocals, and it was a really unusual thing to do at the time. Like, because this was like 1975 or 76 or something. It came out, I think, and so that sort of the techniques they use were sort of really unusual at the time. And it's kind of a sad song too. You know the one, Dee Dee?
No.
I'm not in love. I'm not in love. So don't forget it. It's just a silly phase I'm going through.
Ah, yeah.
You know the one?
Yeah.
And just because I called you up, don't mean you're wrong. Don't think you got it made. I'm not in love. Oh no. The song Nirvana from The Cult is my favorite. Nirvana from The Cult. Huh. Unfortunately, I can't really listen to any of this because I've got my headphones plugged in.
Yes, you
to
can't be on the
Dee Dee.
live stream and be listening to other stuff.
Oh, thank you, Kim. That's sweet. 10cc, famous for the Jamaican song. Oh, yeah. Is that the one? That one? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that was kind of clever, but the I'm Not in Love is such a beautiful song, I thought. And sad. It's really sad. Oh, King Crimson. Yes, I remember King Crimson. Isn't the cover of that, the Court of the Crimson King, is really kind of freaky. It's really, I find it really hard to forget that. The Court of the Crimson King. Dee Dee's got some stories though. Dee Dee may not be up to date with modern music, but she's gone to see Janis Joplin live in concert.
Yeah.
And
well,
how many was
I
it?
was a
Twice?
60s girl.
Yeah, Dee Dee
yeah, a
says,
couple of times. I saw her last. The last one I saw of her was her final concert with Big Brother and the Holding Company.
Yeah, and
before she ended up with her own band.
And Dee Dee has seen Grace Slick and the
Jefferson Airplane. Yeah, well, that was the Airplane and the Dead and Hot Tuna and Golden.
And you've seen
Riders of
the
Golden
Grateful Dead,
Sage.
haven't you?
Sure.
Yeah.
They were all on in the
And
Golden Gate
you
Park
never got to
regularly.
see Jimi Hendrix, though, did you?
No.
But you saw. She actually talked to Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell, yeah.
In a kind of one of those caves, wasn't it? It was a cave.
No, it was just at the festival.
At the festival.
At
So she had a
Epsilon.
little conversation with Joni Mitchell.
Yeah.
And
no, we had a.
This
we
is
were
in the
singing
60s.
In the cave.
And Dee Dee was singing in the caves with Crosby. Was it Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young?
Yeah.
They were in this cave where there was all this water, and you were singing in there with them, weren't you?
There were hot tubs. That was hot tubs in the Epsilon before they disappeared. You walked down a series of steps, and it was kind of this cave that one side of it was open to the ocean. And,
yes.
You'd had the rocks, the waves would splash on the rocks below, and you'd see spray coming up, and there were 3 big hot tubs that were fed by Aslan Creek. And people were sitting in the hot tub and started just making tonal sounds and kind of doing Gregorian chant type harmonies.
Yeah.
And did that for about 45 minutes, and it was great. It was fabulous. Yeah. It was very special.
Yeah. Yes, because Dee Dee lived in the U.S. until 1980. When Reagan got in, she thought, I got to get the hell out of here. And so she ended up over here.
Basically, I started traveling a lot from about 1970 on.
Yeah.
And when I was back in the United States, I was in New Mexico. Hang on, I've got to get this boy. He's just all over me.
Esalen, that's the name of the caves or the town, Dee Dee? Essalon's the name of the center that was there. But how about that, though? Wouldn't that be amazing? Like the things that, I don't know, that story about them being in the caves and singing with Crosby, Still, Nash and Young, who don't like one another anymore, it seems.
But it was very fun.
It was sad that they don't like each other anymore. Yeah. So anyway, seeing Janis Joplin, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. That was, I used to hang out with a lot of the or go to a lot of the music things at the Avalon Ballroom and Carousel, later the Fillmore West, the Matrix and stuff, and the Airplane and the Dead and other bands used to play at Golden Gate Park for free
Yeah, isn't that
Often.
amazing?
on weekends,
Yeah.
and that was really nice.
Yeah. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have loved to have seen Joni Mitchell live, though. Wow.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
And let's see, saw the Incredible String Band 2 or 3 times.
Oh, the Incredible String Band too. Yeah, what an interesting band that is. Dee Dee, I'd never actually heard the originals, but Dee Dee has sung me some of the, kind of. Oh, there it is.
I don't know.
She would sing me some bits of it, and I think, God, isn't that interesting? Like the lyrics and stuff.
Yeah, they were fabulous. And
Yeah. Yeah, it's a magical story, isn't it, David? I always think it's magical. And Adam said Jefferson Airplane is so fucking amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were so interesting, weren't they?
yeah,
Um,
yeah, I love the Airplane.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that, unfortunately, Adam. I was too young.
Before your
and I was
time.
living in the wrong time.
You were a baby.
I was a baby. I was
Yes.
living in the wrong country. Well, I'm living in the right country, but I wasn't living in the United
You
States
weren't
then.
living in the right country to see them.
No.
And of course I saw Buffy St. Marie and people like that.
Yeah, Buffy St. Marie.
I
I could never
saw-
warm on to, what's that woman that you really like, Dee Dee?
Oh, Diamanda Galas.
Yeah, I can never quite
she's
warm on.
an acquired taste.
Yeah.
No, who was I thinking of?
Are you reading the comments, Dee Dee?
What?
Are you reading the comments?
The Mamas and the Papas were so good. Deadhead stickers on your Cadillac. I was pretty young. I was a teenager at that time. I had a motorcycle. But
Yeah, the Mamas and the Papas. Wow.
yeah, Tim Buckley was wonderful.
Oh, Tim Buckley, yeah.
He was great.
Yeah.
And let's see, the Allman Brothers and all of the San Francisco bands.
Adam thinks you should do audiobooks. Your voice would make a great audiobook performance.
Oh yeah.
I think so too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank
You're
you.
very sweet. And Fractal said Joni, the three great stimulants, Dog Eat Dog, and a million more. You know that one that I really love of Joni Mitchell's that just kind of makes me feel really sad, and is that Both Sides Now. What a beautiful song that is. Wow.
Yeah, Joni Mitchell's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
the
a
later
beautiful
one.
song. God.
The later one was wonderful.
Yes, the later one. Yes.
I mean, the first one was fabulous too, but the later one she sang with such heart.
Yes.
And such depth.
Yes. There's a
It makes me
2000
cry.
performance, I'll see if I can find it, of her singing, all her greatest songs and stuff.
Yeah.
2000 live. And it had that woman from The Sopranos who played the sister of Tony Soprano. She was there. Let me see live Joni Mitchell. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Hang
I
on.
used to
Joni
love-
Mitchell at last live.
Fairport Convention and
Hang on, Case of You. Oh, and Case of
Pentangle
You.
and-
I love that song, Case of You, by Joni Mitchell. Anyway, I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one where she sings the Both Sides Now. So beautiful. You know
One
what
of my
was an
favourite
interesting
songs is
thing
Who Knows
about
Where the
Joni
Time
Mitchell?
Goes.
You know Chaka Khan, because I love
Yeah.
Chaka Khan in that song. Oh crap! What's the song?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it was so sad.
Anyway,
that,
Chaka Khan, I really like her.
Adam says, I never listened to much of Tim Buckley, but I love Jeff Buckley. Yeah, Tim Buckley had his
Here we go.
father, obviously. I mean, he had such an amazing voice. And it's so sad that Tim went, I think, at the same age as
Yeah.
Jeff went at Jeff went at the same age as his father. Yeah, and it's so sad.
Oh, yes. What I was going to say about Joni Mitchell. Oh, shit. I think I might have blown that. No, I didn't.
What have you done?
No, it's all right.
What have you done? Tell us.
Was that Chuck? I was watching some show where Chaka Khan was saying that she went up to see. This would have been about 8 or 9 months ago. That she went up to visit Joni Mitchell, and they were working on something, and they were doing, because Joni Mitchell's right into kind of jazz and blues and stuff, and so Chaka Khan and her were working on something, and I thought, I don't know what's happened to that, but I thought, wow, is what I thought to that, you know, because I mean, Chaka Khan's got an incredible voice, and Joni Mitchell, I don't know what her voice is like now. Apparently, she said it was okay. Like Chaka Khan said, her voice is fine. But anyway, I thought, wow, I'd love to be a fly in the wall for that. Oh, you saw Chuck. David says I saw Chaka Khan with Prince here in L.A.
Oh, that
my
would have been
God!
lovely. Wow.
Oh wow!
Yeah. That
Oh
would have been
wow!
very special.
Like I would love to see Chaka Khan
Yeah.
live.
And Prince.
And she's not getting any younger, but I mean, she's still great. But I mean, like, I don't think I'm ever going to see her live.
Yeah, I would have.
And
loved
Prince
to
would
have
have
seen
been
Prince
great.
at some time. Wouldn't that have been great?
What's that?
To have seen Prince.
Oh yeah. I saw him do this. That they did this is a long time ago. Somewhere. Was it in the 80s? They played a concert of his on TV, and this is before cable and all of that. And I mean, he was jumping off these really high sort of platforms and stuff onto the ground with those high heels. There's no wonder he had problems with his hips later on. But he was doing crazy things with and hanging and playing his guitar while he's, it was just insane. I just thought, oh my God, this guy is so good. I think it was in the 80s I saw that. I just thought, wow. Yeah, yes. David says Prince put in an amazing show, theatric as F. Yeah. Just incredible. What a musician he was.
Yeah. Do I not have
It's sort of like he was sort of so unusual, like he's a real musicians and yeah, he was amazing. And the sad thing is that I bet you he'd be if he could come back, he'd be kicking himself, because like that was a total accident, him overdosing on that fentanyl, and he probably just didn't realize, and he just dropped down and probably stopped breathing, and that was the end of it. I bet you he's kicking himself over that. If he could you know what I mean? If he could come back and just, he'd probably be so angry at himself, because that was a complete accident. Just didn't realize how powerful it was, and that can build up and stuff in your system, and I think. So yeah, that's very sad. Who was the other one? Oh yeah, we won't go into Robin Williams. We've already talked about that. Oh, Susan Vega. I saw her at the Performing Arts Complex in, when was that? In 94 too, in Brisbane. And she was really good. It was only a small sort of venue, but she was very good. I really enjoyed that. And I saw Katie Lang in the venue besides that, in the Performing Arts thing. And she was great. My God, her voice is even better. Katie Lang's voice is even better in concert than it is on the record, on a record. That's hard to believe, isn't it, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
I enjoyed Fleetwood Mac too. I saw Fleetwood Mac once in 1977. That was great. They were really good. I met Stevie Nicks once too. The next day they were going through the...
That's a
I
great
don't know if
story.
anybody knows the. You've probably heard of Fleetwood Mac, and
I don't know that anybody hasn't heard of Fleetwood Mac.
and this friend of mine who's a lighting person, he said, look, I know that Fleetwood Mac's going to be walking through the foyer of Park Royal. No, it wasn't 1977. Sorry, it was more like 1979, I think, or 78, probably 79. It was on their Tusk tour, I think, and I wasn't very fond of the Tusk thing. But anyhow, so they were going to be walking through the foyer, so he took me down, and how old was I then? I was about 18, I think, or 17, 18 or 17. I can't remember which year it was. I suppose it doesn't matter really. Anyhow, so anyhow, I was just sitting down in the foyer, and there was only like these small, kind of velvety sort of chairs, and then I went into this. I went into this room. I went into this little bar, and Bob McVie was sitting there, and I said, do you think that they would mind if I asked them for an autograph? Not realizing that that's kind of rude that I go up to Bob McVie and ask, is it okay if I ask other people for an autograph instead of asking him for an autograph, Dee Dee?
Yeah,
It only dawned on me that that was kind of rude.
Yes.
Much later. But anyway, and he said, look, the day that people aren't asking them for autographs, he said, that's when they'll start to worry, which I thought was a great answer. And anyhow, so then I sort of went and sat, and then she just sort of realized there was only like me and somebody else sitting in the chair, and and she just came and sort of sat down. And I was a big fan of her writing. Like I thought she was a very great lyric writer, and I thought her actual songs so far were, I thought they were pretty good. So I was actually a bit sort of, I didn't know what to say. I was sort of this is before I got in a band too, so I was really kind of a bit starstruck. And she sort of sat down, and I didn't know what to say to her. So she sort of, she kind of took this program out of my hand and just asked me what my name was, and then she put to Trish, all my love, Stevie or something, and a little cross or whatever. But she was very, very nice. Like she just knew that we must have been there to, and so that was nice. That was kind of my brush with famous people.
Yeah. Oh, Jeffrey met Bjork. I thought Bjork was great.
What's that?
Jeffrey met Bjork.
Oh, really? You met Bjork? Ah.
Yeah. Oh, Portishead, yes. Portishead is great.
Oh, Portishead, yes.
I
really like Portishead. That's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been ages. And what's the name? Jane's Addiction. I thought there was one song of Jane's Addiction that was really good that I liked. I can't remember the name of it though now. Bjork, wow. Stevie, wow.
Who's
And Jeffrey said, yes, I chauffeured Bjork and DJ Goldie around Perth. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wowee.
That's great.
And that's really great. Like, Bjork's very interesting. And I remember that dress that Stevie Nicks was wearing that day. It was this sort of like a sundress with like flowers on it. And I remember it so well. I was just so shocked. And she looks so good. Like, for somebody who just played the night before, and then you find out later how much cocaine she was using and stuff, but she just looked she looked so healthy. It was
so
funny
for somebody who's using that much cocaine.
Yeah, well, she was using a lot of cocaine then.
I like Massive Attack too. Mezzanine. Yeah. Come down the mountain, been gone. I think being chauffeuring Bjork around would have been fabulous. I have no idea if there's a connection to Banksy. Trish is the music knowledge person. Yeah, Massive Attack is phenomenal. And I have an eclectic taste. I liked Mouth Music's Shoreline as well. That was lovely. Oh, well, I was just saying, people are saying the Jam English Rose, and Jeffrey says probably my most played album ever, Massive Attack debut. No, Jeffrey. Yeah, I love Massive Attack too. It's so good. I think Mezzanine's my favorite. Mezzanine. Is my favorite of theirs. And you may want to get on. They're talking about music, and I don't know anything about music.
Oh, do you know that one? Oh, you like Massive Attack, Adam? That's great.
Yeah. Does anybody like Mouth Music? Shoreline? Is that too out
I
there for
could
people?
probably find a link to that, and they could. What one is it, Dee Dee? The Clash. You know, I saw the Clash, Jeffrey. I saw the Clash at Cloud Room. You know that place that got knocked down in Brisbane? I saw the Clash supported by the Divinals. I saw the Divinals with...
That
Was it the Clash and the Divinals on the same thing? Yeah, this was like 1978 or something. It was really good. It was there wasn't that many people there. There was like, I don't know, maybe 100 or something. We were all kind of standing up. So that was fun. Yeah, and she was great. Chrissy Amphlett, you know, she was such a good singer, and like really, really good. And you know, the lighting in Cloud Room was not. It was just like fluorescent lighting. I don't remember any sort of ambient lighting or anything, and it was just great. Just really straightforward. Yeah, the Divinals. Yeah, they were so good. This was ages ago too. Like, I don't know how many. I think they'd only. I don't. Well, anyway, I can't remember. I suppose there was. What's that song? When did they bring out that song, Science Fiction? Anyway, maybe it was before that. Yeah, the Clash. He died about 15 years ago, didn't he? The lead singer. London Calling. Da, 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 da. But it would be great to see. Oh, I saw the Pretenders too. I saw them at Festival Hall. Now they were great. The Pretenders. This is when they had. Well, at the time they had those two band members that ended up killing them or dying of overdoses. So that was before those members of the band died. And what year was that? That was probably 77 or 78 or something. That was fantastic. And it was in Festival Hall in Brisbane, and there was about 3,000 people there. And I was I was close enough that I could see them all very clearly, and it was just fantastic. I remember that song, The Adulteress, you know, if you're familiar with the Pretenders. The Adulteress. And that was a really good one. Adulteress. Oh, I can't, I wonder if it was, maybe it was back in 1981. Anyway, so The Adulteress. This isn't actually them playing. You can't see them playing, but that's the song live. They had an incredible sound, like live. Like, she sounded so great, and yeah, it was really great. What a rich and driving sound for 4 people. Oh, and I saw the B-52s. Has anybody seen the B-52s? Back to Idaho. I don't know. Back to Idaho. Has anybody seen the B-52s? You must have seen them, Adam. I saw them. Did I? I know. I only saw them once, and I saw the Eurythmics once. I saw them in Festival Hall, and my father got me in on some shows too that I probably wouldn't normally attend, but he used to do some part-time ushering there, so he got me in to see Alice Cooper, which was really fun, and what else? Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. That was kind of fun, and Elton John. He got me in to see these things for free. And James Taylor, I saw him for free. And interestingly, Waddy Watchell, who seems to play with a lot of big people, including always seems to play with Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks when she does her solo stuff, he was playing with James Taylor then. And anyhow, the B-52s were great. If anybody doesn't know them, just check out their first 2 albums, the B-52s. They're really fun. Yeah, the Eurythmics. That was great. And I saw Grace Jones too. She just had this, like, called it a one-man show, and it was really just her talking through background music, but God, it was good. You know Grace Jones? Yeah, the Love Shack, yeah. And also, if you...
Walking in the Rain.
There's Dance This Mess Around, and what else?
Walking in the Rain?
No, that I was talking about the B-52s.
Oh, the B-52s.
Yeah. The first 2 albums are really interesting. And one of them died. He was the brother of... Oh, who was he the brother of? Not Strickland... Anyway, he sadly died of AIDS, and then I think the drummer then became the guitarist or something like that. Rock Lobster, yeah. Oh, hi Alex, how are you? Yeah, that I have to say, when I first heard Rock Lobster, and this just shows I would never have made a very good AR scout. Is it AR Scout? I heard Rock Lobster and I didn't like it at all, and I thought, what? And then, of course, the rest of their stuff I loved, but that was probably one of my least favourites, I have to say, when it came out. Oh, the Go-Go's, yeah, they were good. The Go-Go's. Wow, YouTube's blocked the word nipple. So you're not allowed to use the word nipple on YouTube. Jesus, darling.
Well, that's terrible. Nipple Why would you say such a thing?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I wonder if they block hair.
She came from Planet Claire. Yeah, they have some, and those two women's voices were amazing. They really were, just really powerful and. My mind's kind of blanking on some of their songs right now, which is ridiculous. Oh, the Talking Heads. Yeah. They were really good. Brian Eno. I really like Brian Eno. Some of his earlier stuff, like Music with Airports and what
Mothers
else?
of
Music
Invention.
for Films and what's that, Diddy?
Mothers of Invention.
Anybody like Brian Eno? And I love that Before and After Science. That's somebody I'd like to see in concert.
Jeffrey said, I love the Talking Heads. And Brian Eno produced the first Devo album, Are We Not Men? Trishy? Jeffrey said, Brian Eno produced the first Devo album, Are We Not Men? Trisha's making tea. I was just reading you bits. He says, I'm strictly about, Apollo atmospheres and soundtracks. Fractal Folks says, do you know that album? Of
What's
course she
that?
knows.
Which one?
Apollo atmospheres and
I love
soundtracks.
that.
Yeah.
That Apollo, actually, I when I was traveling around Europe and stuff by myself, and I went to the UK, and I was traveling down the coast to, was it Dorset? Oh, hang on, I'm just trying to think. Where is it? Dorset? Anyway, I was traveling down the coast and I was listening. I used to listen because at that time all there was those little Walkmans, the Walkmans you'd pop the tape in and stuff. But that was actually quite a new, kind of newish technology in 1983. Like people were just they'd been using them for a year or so or something. And so I was listening to Apollo going down. So that reminds me of my traveling on a bus in England, listening to that. Prefab Sprout. Oh, wow. That's a name I haven't heard for a long time. So, yeah. Brian Eno. Brian Eno produced the first Devo album, We Are Not Men. Oh, wow. Are We Not Men? Wow. Yeah. He did some great atmospheric stuff. What? Oh, okay. I see. Fractal Folks says, I'm strictly about Eno, Apollo atmospheres and soundtracks. Yeah. Really great. perfect for flotation tanks. No, I don't know that one. You know what I really like is Plateau of Mirrors. I really like that one. There's one particular track on that I really like. Eno and Peter Gabriel, Pommy Geniuses. Yeah.
I need to go 3,000.
Yeah. What beautiful music Brian Eno made then. That really appeals to me, making that kind of music too, just sort of it's just so kind of beautiful and peaceful and hypnotic all at the same time, isn't it, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
Brian Eno.
Yeah.
Yep. Roger Eno. I didn't know that Roger Brian Eno has a brother. Fractal Folk says Trish was saying if you use Apollo atmospheres and soundtracks with a little progressive muscle relaxation at the start of an isolation tank flotation. Oh, okay. Magic. Ah. Yeah. There's this one song I can't really find it because I can't listen through my headphones, but there's one song on Apollo which I just makes me feel emotional when I hear it. Isn't it funny how songs just take you back to places? It's amazing, isn't it, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like where you first heard it. Yeah. It's like when I hear now I'm not a fan of Status Quo, but when I was in grade I think it was grade 8 when I first went to high school, and Status Quo was kind of big, they'd brought out something, and there was two girls, I was 14, there was these two girls that really loved Status Quo, and they'd bring their sort of ghetto blaster to school and play Status Quo and dance at the back of the room. So, it's funny how, if I ever heard Status Quo, I always think of those two schoolgirls at the back of the room dancing to it. What you doing, Dee Dee?
I'm trying to figure out how to get... I'm trying to figure out how to get to the galactic core.
Tangerine Dream. Oh, so Jeffrey said there is music I wrote with Steve Melinda on my YouTube channel. Oh, okay. I'll have to go and have a look at you. I didn't know you had a YouTube channel, Jeffrey. A lot of people just have usernames and stuff. So, David, what's the best concert you've seen? If you're still there. And what about you, Ginny? Have you got any favorite?
Kim still there?
What's that?
Kim still there?
Who?
Kim.
Kim. Yeah, I think so.
We seem to be talking to only a few people.
What's that?
We seem to be talking to only a few people.
Yeah. And this song, The Spider and I, by Brian Eno from his Before and After Science album. That's I find that so sort of relaxing and also a little sad in a way, but it reminds me of it takes me back to the times when I used to watch it in the early 80s. my boyfriend at the time introduced me to Brian Eno. And who else in The Cure? Hi, Eve. And who else? Brian Eno and The Cure. And yeah. Oh, Level 42. God, I remember them. I can't remember what's their song, but I can remember that name. Let's see. Adam said, have you guys ever listened to Mashrou Leila? They're an amazing Lebanese band and the lead singer is gay. I'm a huge fan. I didn't know that one. Adam? I'll have to look them up. You're not fans of theirs because the lead singer is gay, are you? Let me see. I'm just having a look at them on Twitter. The Beirut School North American Tour 2019. So I'll follow them on Twitter, and when I'm able to listen to them, I'll check them out. There's mine. Jonathan Brooke. No, I'm not familiar with Jonathan Brooke. Jonathan Brooke, or is it Jonathan? And Ginny says, I like a whole range of music, lots of those already mentioned. Excuse me, closely followed by Bob Dylan and Tom Petty. Excuse me. Hi, Eve. I might have to shut those doors now, I think. What do you think, or should I leave them open a little bit longer, Dee?
Well, we could probably leave them open for a little bit, but it's getting late now.
Yeah.
Late,
So,
we might want the catties in.
Jeffrey said...
We have cats, but we don't allow them out.
Yeah, we bring them in,
we bring
really.
them in about an hour and a half before sunset.
Yeah. That's that link I've just posted there, that's from Fractal Folks. Because I couldn't actually show it. YouTube seems to hide all the links. You would think, though, that they'd let me post it because I'm, a moderator, wouldn't you? Actually, I'm not even a moderator. I'm actually my own name. Nobody's seen... you haven't seen Geraldine in there, have you?
Not for
Oh, no, because I can't... Geraldine's not still there, are they? Oh, we've got a few, but we're not... We've got a few, but they're very old. Well, there's a few that are old, aren't they?
Yeah, we have one that's young. Mostly they're old because, like, we tend to adopt old cats that people can't look after.
Yeah. Let me see. So Code Cuisine, also not very well known. I'm not familiar. So Jeffrey said, oh shit, pro tip, don't trade Bitcoin while drinking with cider and discussing music with cool peeps. Adam said, not just because he's gay. Their music is good. I don't agree with all his politics, but their music is really good. Nobody's seen Geraldine in there or Furious Psyops because I forgot to change back to to switch accounts.
And she can't see anything from that account.
So if they've been talking, you haven't seen seen them talking.
I haven't
have you?
seen them. Ginny said I also love Hamish Cowan from Quadrocene. Also not very well known. Do you know Quadrocene? I've heard of Quadrocene.
Oh no. Oh shit. Nothing up here.
What's going on?
Oh, I thought my microphone was up, so I can't hear.
Well, your microphone isn't anywhere near. Like a fine wine. Oh, I thought you were talking about us. Somebody said, how many cats? No, lady. Oh, I thought you were talking about us. I thought y'all were talking about your followers for a second, not the catos.
Brian Ferry. Yeah, I used to like Brian Ferry, but I don't know what he's been doing for many years now.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I don't know. Korean singer. IU. Wow. Mostly old, one young. Ah.
Oh, I don't have 50,000 nanites. Blah. How many nanites have I got?
Are you from Australia too, Fractal folks? Brian Ferry's had quite a long career, hasn't he? I used to love some of his earlier stuff, More Than This and that kind of thing. Really sort of, what would you say? Just great to listen to. Oh, okay, the Bay Area, okay. Hey, Swift. Hey. Been to Sydney, though. Okay. Hello. Well, hello. Hello. Swift. Swifty. Swift. Well, hi. Hello. So Alex says, wow, so you all just had New Year's. Yeah. So Fractal Folks said, Blue Mountains, Katoomba, Spitbridge to Manly. Oh, I remember Gary Newman. I remember Gary Newman. Yeah, he was good. Very unusual then too. There's some interesting music came out then. What was that song, the first one that he brought out? Tubeway Army. Oh yes, Tubeway Army. Yeah, they were really interesting. Are they still around? They were really interesting and kind of really sort of weird. Tubeway Army. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's Swifty. We adopted Swifty when he was 11 and a half. He's about, what is he now, Dee Dee? About 14 and a half now, probably.
Oh, he's
Swifty.
more than that. I think he's 15 and a bit.
Oh,
Don't you think?
Tubeway Army.
Or am I wrong?
I don't know. Our Friends Electric. Yeah, that's Tubeway Army. So, okay. So he was actually in Tubeway Army. Oh, hang on. That was Tubeway Army, wasn't it? With Gary Newman, yeah. But there was some other thing I was thinking of. Was it Tubeway Army or was it was some other thing I was thinking of. I can't think of it now. Yeah, he's still on. He's on Instagram. Gary Newman. Yeah. Fractal Folk says 15's still a kitten. Yeah.
Yes, he's a big kitten.
He's a big kitten.
When we adopted him, his former owner, I think, had been very old and went into a home, and he was really, really, really skinny.
Yeah.
I think
I know.
he hadn't been fed in quite some time.
He what?
He hadn't been fed in a long time.
Yeah.
He hadn't been getting enough to eat anyway, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't good. He was
No.
very, very skinny.
And then he became kind of obsessed with food
Yes.
for a long time.
Obsessed with food.
And it's not so much anymore, but
No.
he was.
Yeah. I don't think he had a very happy kind of time of it, really.
No.
Hey, Swift. No. And we gave him another name when we got him, but he was so impressive with his paw action. He was really fast, wasn't he, Didi?
Yes.
He could move
He's
his
got the
paws
fastest
when he was
paws
trying to
in
get
the south.
get a string or something. His paws would just go, and we just ended up calling him Swifty. Didn't we, Swift?
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Yes, all the other
Swift.
cats are
Yeah.
Ananda and
Yeah.
Arun and
Yeah, and then we've got Swifty.
Aoife, and then we've got Swifty. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we're glad we have him too. So, and Jeffrey said Johnny Panic and the Bible of Dreams on my YouTube channel. I'll have to go and check out your YouTube channel, Jeffrey. I think David may have gone. Oh,
yeah.
Tears for Fears, yes. When I was in London, I was actually going to. There was a concert in the park for Tears for Fears, but and some other bands, but I never got to it, unfortunately. And I had this chance to go and see. I'm not a fan of U2 anymore. I was in the beginning, but they've kind of become. There's all sorts of problems with them, really. But when I was in London, they were playing in this. Where were we? I was. What's the name of that area in London? Anyway, there was this small concert going, but unfortunately, there was a lot of skinheads around that area, and they were kind of looking a bit menacing. But it was just nothing like to go and see them at the time, and this was '83, and so I passed it up because the skinheads were being it was a bit problematic. They were kind of causing problems and stuff, so I never went to it.
In this game, you're supposed to go to the galactic core, but I'm not sure how to get there. What? I said, in this game, you're supposed to get to the galactic core, but it's 3,000 light years away, and I'm not sure how to get there. And I wonder if I can. Oh, current mission, no. can't set a waypoint there. Oh.
Didi,
That's weird.
says, what's this game you're playing, Paul? It's
Oh,
Sky.
okay. Well, the game I'm playing is No Man's Sky, and mostly it's an exploration game. Like, I can go down to this tropical planet and explore a bit. But one of the objectives, it's not any pressing objective, is to get to the galactic core. And I'm nearly there. There's no more solar systems between me and the galactic core. And I'm not sure how to get there. So I'm just going to go down to this planet and fool around. It starts out as a survival game. DJ's the man you love the most. You could be Squeaky
What's
Clean.
that?
Jeffrey says yes, Fractal. Oh. Just ran into a tree. I've got cats in my face again. Now why are you here, little catty? This one has lavender trees.
What's that?
This planet has lavender trees. It's supposed to be a tropical planet. It doesn't look particularly tropical to me, but hey. I mean, if it was tropical, I've seen much more tropical planets. Hello, you. I'm going to have to move this cat.
Rooney just comes and sits in front of Didi. It's a sort of a ritual. I don't really know actually if he's that sort of interested in food. He just likes her picking him up and taking him over to his bowl. Hey, Didi. Yeah.
He just wants me to pick him up and move him.
Yeah.
He just wants the cuddles on the
Yeah,
way.
he does.
Yeah. He's a funny little one.
Anyhow, I guess soon we'll probably have to wrap it up, Didi, because between this and the last one, I think it's 5 hours or more.
Ah, yeah.
I think I've lost a few subscribers in the last week because they obviously are not. They don't like the live streams, or they're not interested in live streams, so they decided to ditch the channel. Which I mean, we probably won't be doing as many live streams after this. But obviously, some people don't like it. So, but that's too bad.
Yeah.
So I always end up. I go up to like 1,520. Then I go back. I've been going up and down between 1,510 and 1,520. It keeps going back and forth, back and forth. It's like people can't make up their mind. What's awesome, Fractal Fox? Fractal Fox said, Trish, were you on chat for Graham Elwood's Bachelor Christmas cooking episode? Yes, I was. I was there for a little while. Yeah, I didn't stay there for too long. Were you there too, were you? Were you under that name? Anyway, I'll look out for you on the live streams. Oh, okay. That was your name, Veg Foods? Or were you and I talking? Did you use that? Oh, you used that name. Okay. I said, corn has gluten. Oh, okay then. Ah. No, it was what we were talking about. Ah, yeah, I see. Yeah. It's good that he's trying to encourage people to, do plant-based stuff. That's good. I really wish that Jimmy Dore would stop mucking about and, start just eating plant-based stuff, because he doesn't really understand nutrition very well, and he seems to think that you need to eat, you need to have. Well, I don't know. I think he's just going off on a whatever he wants to eat. I mean, the other day he was promoting sardines, for goodness sake. I mean, geez Louise. Like, you don't need to eat sardines to get omega-3s, and Miley Cyrus was going on about she had to stop eating plant-based diet because she needed her omega-3s, and I'm thinking, don't you know that fish get their omega-3s from plants? Did he?
Yeah.
I mean, no, she doesn't need to do that. And anyway, it's not about, nutrition ultimately. It's about we don't need to be torturing and killing animals. I mean, that's the problem when people become, vegan in quotes for nutritional reasons or health reasons. Well, firstly, that's not really veganism, because it's an ethical position, as the word was coined by Donald Watson in 1944. But but when it becomes the slightest bit inconvenient, people that become vegan in quotes for health reasons end up, if it's slightly inconvenient, they end up kind of cheating in quotes, or dumping it all together and saying they're ex-vegans when they were never really vegan. They were plant-based dieters. So it's kind of frustrating when people haven't internalized that ethical position, and this is funny. Rooney's just waving his tail in front of Dee Dee's face. It's so funny now. He's just sitting right in front of her.
Literally across my eyes. He's got them wrapped around and whacking me in the head with his tail. I've just moved you over.
He's just a really naughty little tuxedo cat, isn't he, Dee Dee?
He just wants pats and scritches.
He's always dressed up and ready to go somewhere.
Yeah, he's naughty. He's one of the naughtiest of our cats.
Yeah, he's kind of naughty.
He's okay most of the time until he's naughty.
He's so composed, isn't he, Dee Dee?
Yes.
That's how we came across him. He was there was chaos all around him, and he was sitting on the cat tree in this shelter, looking very, very composed. But really, inside, I think he was freaking out.
Yeah.
He just looked composed. Oh, good night, Alex.
Okay.
Good night, Real Politics.
Good
See
night.
you again. Sorry, I missed your goodbye.
Oh. Ah. No, you can't have my microphone. Listen to this. Veg vegan only counts it for compassion. Yes, yes, we'll probably have to stop very soon. And I can't figure out how to get to the galactic core anyway. Maybe next time we play I'll have worked that out. Maybe not. Uh-oh. This is me, incidentally. I'm a little alien creature. Look.
They don't have many. They don't have many sort of characters that look different in this, do they? Like they have lots of different animals, but they don't. Did he? They don't have many humanoid-looking figures.
There's this. This is me.
Anyway, Didi, we might have to finish now, I think.
Okay.
So I'll let Didi wrap it up. So thanks so much, everybody, for dropping by, and let's hope
Happy New Year.
Let's hope that 2021 moves more to the left rather than to the right, and we have more peace.
Let's hope that this is the year that people realize capitalism is not their friend, and the government is not going to help them, and demand that it change.
Yes.
Demand that
let's
change.
have a conscious awakening that capitalism is ecocide and imperialism has to end, and U.S. empire has to end. And also, that we need a vegan planet too. Anyway, so thanks so much for dropping in. Good. Have a lovely evening, Jeffrey. I hope you have everything that you need in 2021. Everybody has. May it be everything that you wish for. Everybody.
Yep.
So, socialism is love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goodbye.
So thanks so much for joining. It's been a pleasure.
Yes.
And we'll
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and we'll see you soon.
I hope it is a Happy New Year.
Thanks, Ginny.
Yeah.
Okay then. Bye all. Bye, David. Bye. Vera Sipes, if you're still there.
Bye,
and Kim.
Ginny.
Okay then. Bye.
Bye.